Hello and welcome to MyETeacher, where we watch, listen and grow. I'm Pushpa and I'm a teacher by profession. We bring to you these videos to help you understand these topics a little better. We have been talking about tenses in our last few videos, and today we will continue and talk about perfect tenses. But before moving on, we have to first learn about the three forms of the verbs. Every verb has three forms. The first form, also called as the present or base form, we used it in simple present tense. Then we have the second form or the past form. We used it in simple past tense. Then we have the third form or the past participle form. Here we have to know that verbs can be divided into regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those which have the same second and third form. It's easy to form them. We simply have to add a D or an ED at the end. We saw this in simple past tense. For example, watch becomes watched, play becomes played, talk becomes talked. This is the second form and is also used as the third form. Irregular verbs are those where forming the second form is not as simple as adding a D or an ED. And also, the second and the third forms are different. Or at times, all the three forms may be the same. Let us look at the few examples here. Eat becomes ate in the second form, eaten in the third form. Steal becomes stole in the second form, stolen in the third form. Go becomes went, and in the third form it becomes gone. Cut remains cut in all the three forms. Same for the word put. There is no put it. We have put, put and put. Same thing for the first, second and third form. We have come, which will become came in the second form, and again come in the third form. So these are irregular verbs. We have to remember their second and third forms. We cannot add a D or an ED at the end. Let's now look at perfect tenses. Perfect simply means complete. So what do we use perfect tenses for? Let's first talk about present perfect tense. We use it to describe an experience. I have visited England. It's an experience I've had, and so I describe it in present perfect tense. A change. I have bought a car. It's a change that has come into my life. So I express it in present perfect tense. An action that has started in the past and is continuing up to the future. I have lived here for 12 years. I've started living in the past and the action is continuing in the present. For an action that has happened many times. They have seen the play thrice. So it is an action that has happened 3 times and hence it is expressed in present perfect tense. If we look at all the examples, we find that the third forms of the verbs are used in present perfect tense. Lived, bought, watched, all these are the third forms of the verbs. Along with that, the auxiliary or helping verb has or have is used. When do we use has and when do we use have? For all singular nouns and pronouns such as he, she and it, we use has. For all plural nouns and pronouns such as I, we, they, you, we use the helping verb have. So, in present perfect tense, we use has, have plus the third form of the verbs. Let us now move on to past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to express that an action has been completed before a certain period of time in the past. So it started in the past and it ended also in the past. For example, I had written a story before the bell rang. So the point of time the bell rang, before that the action of writing the story had been completed. The cat had fallen down. They had swum across the river. I had put the books back. So the point of time that we are talking about the action had been completed at that point of time. Again here, the third forms of the verbs like fallen, written, put have been used along with the helping verb or auxiliary verb had. Doesn't matter if it is singular or plural, we simply have to use had along with the third form of the verb in past perfect tense. Let's now move on to future perfect tense. It is used to express that an action will be completed before a certain period of time in the future. For example, I will have gone by 5 tomorrow. Before 5 o'clock tomorrow, the action of going will have completed. Let's look at another example. They shall have eaten by then. So, the time we are talking about, the action of eating will be completed by then. I will have read the book. So, the time we are talking about, the action of reading would have been completed. Look at the verbs here. Gone, eaten, read. They are all the third forms of the verbs and also they are all irregular verbs. Here in future perfect tense, we use the auxiliary or helping verb will or shall along with have and then the third form of the verb. Has is not used in future perfect tense. Whether it is singular or plural, the helping verb used will be have. So will or shall along with have plus the third form of the verb makes it future perfect tense. I hope you have all understood about perfect tenses. Do remember to make a list of all the third forms of the verbs that you come across. You will find many irregular verbs. Have a look at them every day and eventually you will start remembering them. If you like this video, share it with your friends and family. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. When you love us, it helps us grow. Thank you.